Hello Facebook ads people, I'm Konstantinos and today we're going to talk about my Facebook ads philosophy in 2026. So every year I'm spending more, I'm becoming better, so there are some things that are changing. For example, I'm using more cost caps, but we will go into details in a little bit about that. The whole idea of this video is to tell you what I think that my general strategy is gonna be for 2026. I'm gonna do a different video about the structure, so this one is more general. So first of all, let's start from targeting. Okay, so in targeting, I have to say that I'm gonna use more and more broad targeting. I do find lookalikes and interest something that I'm gonna use only on problematic accounts. Again, my whole philosophy is that there is not a blueprint, something that is working across all the accounts. There are things that are working in more accounts and things that are working in less accounts, but still there is not a unified strategy that's working everywhere. I totally disagree with people that they're saying that, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take all of my knowledge across accounts, just test things in each account and make a specific blueprint for each account based on the numbers of the account and the needs of the business. So let's start with targeting. As I said earlier, I'm gonna use more and more broad. I'm gonna use lookalikes and interest in smaller accounts, and this is something that it's gonna become more and more efficient because basically we're gonna end up doing only broad. I'm not saying that there are not going to be any other accounts that are working with interests or lookalikes. I'm just saying that they're gonna be less and less because I'm seeing also in some new ad accounts with new pixels that broad is working immediately.
Hi guys, I would like to interrupt this video in order to talk to you about my Facebook ads course. It took me 6 months of video editing everything and 3 months of video shooting. And because of that, I have created the best Facebook ad course in the world. Inside, you're going to find super advanced information, but information also for beginners. It takes you by the hand in order to teach you how to do Facebook ads from the beginner level to super advanced level. It has inside Loom videos from cost caps, bid caps, Loom videos from CBO, ASC optimization. It has chosen 5 sessions, inner circle sessions, and it has a lot of theory with whiteboard, also strategies that are working all of these years, things that I have developed, things that I know that they are working because I have spent millions and millions on the platform. Currently, I'm spending between 5 and 10 million every month, sometimes it's even more, across 30 accounts, and I have access to many more. So I know what is currently working and all the latest trends, and this is what I'm doing inside the course. I'm showing you live ad accounts with real spend and what is working right now. And if you want, you can click the link below, you can go and you can check some videos that I have open free for you so that you can check if you like the course or not and decide if you want to buy it or not. I will see you there.
The second thing which I need to say is that this year is gonna be the year of creative, especially after what happened with all the Andromeda drama and all the people being afraid of Andromeda. We need diversification, we need more creatives. What is gonna happen this year is that we're gonna focus on creatives. Why? So the creative is the key. The creative is our targeting now, because if you're having a proper creative that is actually making teachers watch the video, this is more powerful than having teachers as a targeting, if you are able to do any more teachers, because they just keep removing interests again and again and again, and basically we're left with very big interest keywords. But at the end of the day, we can do targeting with our creative. If our creative is correct, if our copy on the creative is correct, if our copy even below the normal copy is correct, we can make people engage with our ads, and this is the best targeting that we can do. So creative is gonna be very important, and this year I'm partnering also with an agency that is doing creatives so that I can be able to give also this service to my clients so that we can be able to control the creative and the target. All of you that you're watching this channel, you know that I believe in the hot pockets. I believe that based on who is gonna purchase and the optimization, it's gonna form a hot pocket of similar people. And I have validated this, but you can choose to believe it or not. It doesn't matter. I'm convinced based on what I have seen. The creative show is what is gonna help us create these hot pockets. Based on the creative that we're gonna have, we're gonna be able to create the different hot pockets. That means that you can work with multiple campaigns, and this is the whole strategy of working with multiple campaigns. Basically, instead of you having one angle over there, for example, let's say that you are selling something for joint pains, you're having an angle of athletes, you see that it's working. The other campaigns, they need to have a different angle, maybe for older people, maybe for pregnant women, for example, for the pain on the joints, and all of that. So all of this is gonna be different angles on different campaigns. We're gonna work on the campaign level, on the ad account level with the average results of the campaigns, and we're gonna try to scale like this. The other strategies are talking about doing one campaign, just tossing creatives inside. I believe that this strategy is gonna find the best of the best angles, and in my opinion, with my way, you are finding other angles also that they're not maybe the best, but they can have their own respective budget. So this year, I'm gonna work again with multiple campaigns and average results on the ad account level, but every campaign is gonna be a different angle, and I'm gonna try to have different hot pockets so that I'm going to be able to scale. Now, the structure inside. Am I going to work with CBO, ABO? This is something that you can choose to do. CBO is working, you can work with CBO campaigns. ABO, it's working, you can work with single ad set campaigns and many ads. There are some rules though that I'm gonna follow. On my CBO, I'm gonna do more than 3 ad sets always. It's gonna be 3 to 5 ads per ad set. And on ABO single ad set, I'm gonna do 1 ad set basically, and it's gonna be 5 to 10 ads. In my opinion, on the CBO thing, you're trying to focus more on different hot pockets. On the ABO thing, your different hot pockets is gonna be on the different campaigns, and you're gonna focus more on the creative side, having 5 to 10 ads. Of course, we have CBO optimization, ABO optimization that we're gonna continue doing, and I have videos here and inside the course explaining how to do it, and it's also a very big part of what I'm doing and how I optimize. CBO optimization, ABO optimization, and working with average results on the ad accounts, along with cost caps and bid caps that we're gonna touch in a little bit, are the main keys of my strategy. Retargeting. I'm not gonna do retargeting a lot, maybe I'm gonna do a little bit, and if I do, it's gonna be just a small campaign in a bigger budget ad account, or it's gonna be zero, or there are specific cases that I'm gonna focus on retargeting if there is a funnel that needs it, there are upsells, or the situation that needs retargeting. But in general, I don't believe in retargeting anymore, because right now Meta, after all of the situation with iOS, it's starving for data, so it started putting retargeting sales inside our top of funnel ads. So in my opinion, if Meta is stealing sales from email marketing, SMS, repeated customers, and all of this is getting trapped inside the retargeting campaign, I don't want that. I want the sales to go on my top of funnel campaigns. I know that Meta is stealing them, and maybe is thus playing a very small role on these people converting, but still, if it's gonna steal it, at least let it steal it on my top of funnel ads, on my cold traffic ads, so that it can have more data and optimize with more data to find more customers. That also means that I'm not gonna exclude any past customers inside my cold traffic ads. I don't believe in it. Again, I believe that even if Meta is stealing all of the sales, and it's gonna be used in my cold traffic ads in order to find more clients and more purchases, that's totally fine, and I can live with it. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna optimize based on the results that I see inside Meta. The whole philosophy is that I'm trying to find a correlation between what I see inside Meta and reality. I'm trying to have an Excel worksheet every day with actual data of how much money we made, the profit and all of that, and I'm gonna see also what we get in Meta. By the time I'm gonna be able to understand in each ad account that, for example, in order for me to be profitable with good profits, I need to see a 2.5 ROAS inside the ad account. I'm not gonna optimize so based on what I see on ad account, and I will optimize based on real numbers from the company, an Excel worksheet or whatever, and that means that I will try to find a correlation of what I need to see inside Meta in order for my actual numbers to be prosperous and profitable. Scaling. How am I going to scale? I'm going to scale, as I said, with multiple campaigns at different angles, but even on the campaigns that they're doing well, I'm going to do a crazy method on top of what is working if my metrics are really good, or I'm going to increase the budget. Both ways are ways that I'm using on ad accounts, depending on what I have seen that's working better over there, and my mood also, by the way. And also I'm having the cost caps. Cost caps is gonna be a big thing on my ad accounts because it's gonna be the extra push that I wanna give. So in my opinion, everything is rigged. You know, Meta is gonna give you specific amount of sales for the creators that you have and stuff because it's sharing the pie between other people that they also advertise, especially if you're advertising the same or similar products. So what I'm gonna try to do is, because there are good and bad periods inside Meta and there's gonna be better days or worse days, in order for me to be able to take the best possible result, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to have a base of multiple campaigns, as I said earlier, and all of that. And it's gonna be just a base that is not gonna be near the limit, but I'm gonna leave a small cushion in between. So imagine that this part over here is my base. I'm spending, for example, 3K. And the daily sales that Meta can give me, for example, it's gonna be on the spend of, sometimes I would be able to spend profitably always 4K, but sometimes I would be able to spend 3K. The scenario over here is that the cushion that I'm leaving, in theory, in the worst day of the year, I should be breaking even or losing a little bit of money. So that means that this is my base. My base has to be at the place that on the good and bad days that there is more or less demand, I'm always going to be profitable because of the cushion. And on the worst day of the year, break even or lose a little bit. This is the best case scenario. How am I going to take this extra over here demand day by day, week by week, month by month, when the period is gonna be good? Cost caps. So my base is gonna be over there, of course, with fluctuations here and there, removing campaigns, refreshing creatives and all of that. And of course, working with an average results. But at the end of the day, we're gonna have also the cost caps. And the cost caps are the ones that they're going to give the extra push on the demand, which is gonna be extra. So I'm gonna find the bids for bid caps or cost caps, whatever. I like to work more with cost caps because they are not so strict. But in some other accounts, we're working also with bid. It doesn't matter. Still, the extra spend is gonna come from the cost caps, and that means that in the days that the day is good, my base is not gonna be touched, scaling it or ruining campaigns and all of that, and my cost caps are the ones that are going to do the job and have the extra spend. They're always going to be on my ad accounts. They're not going to be something that I'm based on spending, for example, 300K per month. I'm not gonna put them inside the equation. They're gonna be the extra, okay? I don't want them to be on my central strategy, but they're going to be something extra, something that I wouldn't get, something that I'm getting on good days for the extra demand and all of that. This is my philosophy about 2026 and how I see the whole ad account and the strategy that I'm going to use in a more holistic way. And of course, I'm gonna make a separate video about the crazy method, but yes, crazy method is still something that I'm using and it's working across not only my accounts, but friends and students. And it's gonna be part of my strategy. To be honest with you, if I'm able to have single ad set with many ads, focus on the creatives, instead of having CBOs, I prefer it because I'm seeing that on the bad periods, the CBOs are more fragile comparing to single ad set. Of course, the CBOs, sometimes you end up doing optimization and not having only one ad set left, but you have many. So these are going to be a little bit more fragile campaigns comparing to having one ad set over there that you can manipulate the budget up and down, and you can just toss creatives inside to revive it and stuff. Fixing the CBO is much more difficult comparing to fixing or stabilizing an ABO. Yeah, I prefer more ABO, but I'm working also in several accounts with CBO and crazy method, of course. In any case, if you want to learn more, you can check my book, you can check my course where all of these things with videos and explanations and stuff, it's there. There is a coupon code for you here so that you can go and take it on a better price if you're watching this video. It's the best Meta Ads course in the world and everybody loves it, as you can see in reviews. I have also my Chosen 5 program, my mentorship program on one-on-one coaching. I don't know if there is any spot. Send me a message and we can see if we can find something. Until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.